Hi everyone, it's Jen. Welcome to a Fabric Friday video from me. Today I'm revisiting my fabric pages that I made ages and ages ago last year in one of my videos. I will leave my Fabric Friday 2024 playlist. I've got a new playlist that I'm putting all of this year's, and going forward I shall put those in there, and it's just Fabric Fridays. It was such a popular thing with you guys that you loved these videos that I did, so I'm just going to continue doing it because if you know me on my channel here. I love fabric. So yeah, fabric pages, but I'm doing a bit of a twist with them. We're creating two pockets on top of the page. So we've got this lovely lace pocket that's going to add some lovely dimension to it. What I've done is I've kind of chosen fabrics that are very, very bold and not the sort of fabrics that I would use just as they are. I mean, I've got a piece of this left. It's lovely, it's nice and bright, but a whole page just as that is going to be a bit too much in a journal for me. But also I thought, because I've got this roll of lace that I got from my local hobbycraft store, it would just lay over the top and kind of tone that down, and it does, it looks perfect. So now I'd be more inclined to use this in my journals, mixed in with different digital kits or whatever I'm making at the time. So it's got a pocket on this side, and I've showed that technique where I just fold over and make a pocket that way, but obviously I've added the lace on this side and created it as a pocket. So if we take, that's what it'll look like in the page, in the journal. Then you flip open to that there. So I'm going to take this out now so that I can use this as my prototype. This is just a little quick, very super quick little journal I made at the beginning of the year when I was dealing with my grief, and I just didn't know what to do with crafting. So I just made a very basic journal that, being elastic, I can tuck all my Fabric Friday ideas into. So yeah, so that's our lovely little page. So I've pulled out a few bits. I've got some lace that I'm going to add some trim. These are my little clips in this little box here. And I've got my trusty coffee dye page as my guide to know which is A4 size. And I've got various bits of fabric around me, my cutter and my big ruler. Now I spotted these two. Now these are going to be much smaller than this, but I still think it would work, as I do like to have pages that are different sizes and different lengths within my journals. So let's pop that to the side. So is this, does it matter? No, it doesn't matter. So the first thing I want to do is just fold up roughly where I think it would look good. I'll give you a few measurements in a mo. I'm just looking and seeing that it's just under, so this piece of material, the height of the page is going to be just over 7. Do you know what, that's not straight, and that's going to bug me if it's a page in the journal. I don't mind if it's wonky for anything else that I do, but I do like to be a bit of a perfectionist when it comes to the pages. I do want them to be straight, so I'm just going to that cut. There we go. That's got rid of that. Just stretch and put that in my fabric bin. Lovely. That's made it easier for me now. Much straighter. Sorry, being my perfectionist there. Okay, so we're folding this up. Now I think the page I made them, so should we make it 7, the page, and then we'll fold this up by about 3, and I think that will look really nice. And it's 10 inches wide here, so it's going to be a small page for our journal. Now I just use my ruler along this edge and just give it a bit of a press just to crease it. Okay, so that is what would be a basic page for your journal. You'd just stitch along here, but what I actually want to do is add the lace. So I'm going to flip it over and lay it on here. Now I think I had, yeah, I gave myself an 1.5 inch gap here before the lace started. So let's see, I might just do 1 inch on this. Let's grab my pins out of here and just see if we do 1 inch, because your page is going to be there. So yeah, I think about 1 inch on here. So if we've got it at 10, I need to cut this at 9. So let's just roll that out. Let's get this as straight as I can to 9. There we go. And I'm just going to cut up that. Okay, don't need you anymore. So then it was it 7? Yeah, it was 7 high. So let's just turn it round to make it easier to cut this way. Grab this back and just put that along at 7. Gonna have some nice little scrappy bits to play with. The ruler has moved. Oh, and again, Ginger, keep it still. There we go. So that, lay that back onto here. If I move that up, you can probably see it a bit better. Is going to go, did I cut the wrong size? No, I didn't. That's 7. If it's 10 and I believe in 1 inch, I wanted to cut it at 8, didn't I? Silly woman. Silly woman. 7's that way. Yeah, what am I like? Obviously cannot count today. I just need to take a little inch strip off of here. That's fine. That'd be nice behind some little labels or something on tags. I can use this scrap quite easily. There, that's the better size. So we've got this laid back out on here, and then that is leaving 1 inch gap either side, is going to go on here. So that's where my pins and my clips come in. So let's grab some clips, and I just want to clip that there. And there, and then I'm just going to do, I think I'll just do one in the middle there. Okay, now just to keep this flat, I'm going to pin, because I can't put my clips on this one, because obviously you don't, what I don't want to do is then sew along that while this is down. I mean, you could if you wanted to, if you were doing a separate piece, but so you get the full real estate of the pocket, there's no need to actually stitch the pocket side. So I am just going to stitch where my fold crease is, this side. So that I'm going to stitch where the crease is here, stitch along this side of the crease and along this side, leaving this open as a pocket. So I just want to put in my pins just to hold this down, like so. Okay. Then once you've done that, once you've done that, sorry, you can then fold that up, stitch along here, stitch along here, and that is how I created the page. So you can see there's no stitching along this bottom bit, it's all nice and open pocket, but this is all secured down for your page. Now what you can do before you do this stage is to add any lace trims on here. I don't think I'm going to on this because it's such a small page, but I'm going to do another one from a bigger piece of material next. I'll add the lace to that first. So what I think I'll do is, because my sewing machine's all set up by the side of me, is do a couple more. I've got this one, so we'll do another one like this, get it ready for me to stitch. Let's just lay that there, and then we will I'll pause, do my stitching, and then come back and show you what they're like. So we're going again with this. I'm just going to make sure it's straight. No, again, that edge. This is just a little pack that I got from Amazon. That side's not straight either. Okay, so we're looking, you're straight, you're fairly straight. My ruler sharp at all? Not my ruler, my cutter. There we go. Let's straighten that up. So no, we're straight, straight, straight there. And it's not straight on this side either. There we go. Right, it's easier for me to work with now. So we want the page to be 7, which means we're folding up a little bit. We're folding it up to 3, if I can keep it straight, like so. And just press that down, and then I'm going to just use this to give that a bit more of a press. There we go. Okay, so then we want to cut another piece of this, and we want to go 8 this time, don't we? Because it was 10 and we're cutting it down. Get my measurements right. So let's cut a piece that's 8. Okay, and then 7. Lovely. So I want to flip that over. And we're laying this, leaving an inch, oh, lay flat, either side. Let's see. Yeah, that's about right. So let's grab some more of these. These clips are so handy. I sometimes find them a little bit easier than pins. And I'm just going to put one in there. Obviously this edge will have to have pins. So we're going up there, keeping that rocked up. I did not put the pin in straight there. And again, what am I doing? Let's try it from this angle. Do this one first. Okay. There. So that one is ready to have the lace sewn on that, and that will create the page. Oh, that's going to look so nice in the journal. Okay, so now I want to do one that's a bigger piece of material. I'm just going to put those in here so I don't lose them. Let's have a look. Bigger piece of material. I think this one would be really nice, this bit of material. So let's grab this one out. I ironed these earlier this morning before I did my filming. Which is why they're clipped onto a hanger now. Oops, I didn't catch that. So that they don't get re-creased again. So I can just hang to the side of me. Okay. So the original size of this piece, I had that 8 with a 4-inch pocket. So I had that, what, 8? 12. My maths. Shows you how bad my maths is that I had to count it one at a time in my head. Okay, so where do we go? How straight are we? Not too bad on that side and this side. So let's go with that. She is 11 wide, and that gives you, when you're in the journal, so you've got just a little bit there and either side of an A4 page, which I think if you're having a feature page like this, I do like to just see what's behind it. So we're going to go with 11. And I just want to make sure that that is straight. Yeah, that looks straight. There's this. Okay. So just snip that. Okay. Let's bring this back down. And I can finish off that. There we go. I'm just going to lay that on here for now. So we want it 11 that way. Gosh, my cutting was completely off. Look at that. I measured it as well. Oh, some days my cutting leaves a lot to be desired. Yeah, that will be fine. So I'm just going to put this on here, and I'm going to do 12 along here because that's how high we want that. Okay. Let me just get rid of any of these threads. I don't mind it being a bit frayed, but I do want to don't want them hanging over while I'm working. They annoy me. Also helps if you don't cut completely straight, having it frayed. Okay, that'll do. So again, we are pretty much non-directional, aren't we? Yeah, that's why I chose these. So we're making the page 8 high. So we can fold you up by 4. That's roughly 4. Down a little. There. Let me just press that. There we go. Now at this stage, what I think I'm going to do so that I can do all my stitching is on this side I would like some lace. That's going to make it, is that going to make it quite, that is going to make that quite chunky. Let's fold it in half and get my crease line for the half page. Because what I'm thinking is I don't want too much bulk in that centre bit. Okay, so what I'm actually going to do is just put the lace like there, leave a little gap. So let's, oh, scissors. Let's do that, leave a little gap like so for that one as well, and that's just going to top the pockets. That will then be sewn in here, which means yeah, that works out good. Okay, so we want a couple of little pins just to hold this on here, like so. Okay, which means when I come to sew the pockets, I'll sew this on first, then I'll join it down here. Okay, so we've done that. Now we're on to our I'll trim that bit off after I've sewn it. We're on to our lacy bit. So we need to cut some lace that's what did I do, 1.5 less, didn't I? So 1.5 either side, that's 3. So we want to make that 1, 2, 3. We want to make this piece 8 by 8 by 8, so it's a square. Okay. You're probably all chuckling at how bad my maths is. Believe it or not, when I was younger, I used to work at a bank. My maths was always my strongest point at school as well, because of being dyslexic. I struggled with English and English literature. Very much struggled with it. because of my dyslexia, and I didn't really get much help from the school. They just thought I was a daydreamer. But maths I seem to excel at. There we go. It's because I'm not using maths in my everyday. You soon get out of practice in it. Okay, and then we just want to come at 8 here. That. Okay. Now what I also want to do is have some lace down the edge of this. So we need to put this on here first. I think clips are going to be the best thing to hold this. Clip. That way around, and then we can cut you there. Okay, so we'll do the same again on this side. Okay, and we can snip that there. Okay. So we turn that over, put it onto here, and then this will go in exactly the same way. We will clip it along here, and I'll sew. I'll pin along here and sew, but I think that is going to look really, really nice edged with that. But obviously I need to sew this bit on first, so let me just check how we're doing for time. Oh, okay. I'm going to go ahead and do that, so let me just recap and show you what I'm going to do. I'm going to stitch along these bits first, then I will pin this on in exactly the same way as I've pinned these on. Stitch along here, stitch along here. Then we flip over. These bits will get stitched along first before I then stitch down the sides there, like I've done here, to create our little pockets. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. Stitch along these two sides and stitch down the pockets for that one and for this one, and then I will be back and show you what the pages all look like finished. Hello guys, so I'm back with the finished pages. That was our little prototype. I've done a few extra because there was a few other pieces of material that I wanted to do. So oh yeah, these are all finished, all sewn up, sewn across here and then here, and then obviously the pages have been sewn together down the side, but they just look so lovely, don't they? I love them with the lace. These ones I've just put a little bit of lace on there, and there's nothing on these ones. I just had a bit of material left over, so I wanted to do those. These ones were the ones that we planned out that were just plain, nice and simple, easy to do, those ones. And then these ones had the lace down this edge, so you got your big pocket here, and then there is lace on these ones here. But don't they look lovely? Oh, I am so pleased with how they've all turned out. That was the prototype, so I'll pop the prototype back in here, and then you get to see what they're actually like on when they're in a journal. So it's going to be, so it's like that. Look, lovely pocket, flip open, and the pocket here. Oh, they're going to be great. Pocket on there, and that's there. So yeah, I hope you've really enjoyed a slight variation on the pocket pages that I did from last year, and I hope you'll give this a go, and I will be back in my next video with some more crafting adventures. Take care everyone, and happy crafting. Bye.